Most parents think they have plenty of time to guide their children, only to realize too late that subtle habits and lessons shape a child's future. The truth is, early influence, emotional, mental, and behavioral, matters more than we often realize. Small actions today can prevent lifelong struggles tomorrow. Don't wait for regret to teach you lessons. Start noticing, adjusting, and nurturing now, because the window of impact is narrower than you think. Spending time with children is often seen as a measure of love and involvement. But it's not the hours that truly matter. It's the quality of the interactions that leaves a lasting impact. Many parents fall into the trap of believing that being physically present for long stretches of time is enough to form deep connections. Yet, children remember moments when they felt genuinely seen, heard, and valued far more than the total number of hours spent together. It is in those moments of focused attention, where distractions are set aside and the child's world is fully acknowledged, that trust and emotional security are built. Engaging in conversations, actively listening without judgment, and showing interest in their thoughts, feelings, and experiences fosters a sense of belonging and self-worth. This quality time is not measured by the clock, but by the depth of engagement, where children feel they can express themselves freely and that their emotions and opinions matter. Quality interactions can take many forms, from sharing a meal together without distractions, to reading a story and discussing its lessons, or simply asking about their day and responding with genuine curiosity. These seemingly small actions communicate love, attention, and care far more effectively than grand gestures or occasional indulgences. Children internalize these experiences, learning how relationships work, how empathy and understanding function, and how to trust others. In contrast, time spent together in a distracted or rushed manner, watching TV side by side, scrolling on phones while in the same room, or going through the motions without emotional presence, has little lasting effect. It may create a false sense of connection, but children instinctively sense the difference between true engagement and superficial presence. Another important aspect of quality time is creating opportunities for shared experiences that allow parents and children to connect on a deeper level. Participating in activities that the child enjoys, even if it falls outside the parent's personal interests, shows a willingness to step into their world and understand it. Whether it's drawing, building something together, playing a game, or simply exploring nature, these moments become memories that children carry with them into adulthood. More than fun or entertainment, such shared experiences are teaching moments in disguise. They model patience, collaboration, curiosity, and the importance of spending time meaningfully with loved ones. Children begin to associate positive emotions with family interactions and learn how to cultivate meaningful relationships themselves. It is also crucial for parents to recognize that quality time includes emotional presence, not just physical proximity. Being present means putting aside distractions, listening actively, and responding thoughtfully to the child's needs and emotions. It means celebrating achievements, consoling disappointments, and being attuned to the child's inner world. This emotional investment fosters resilience, self-confidence, and emotional intelligence, as children learn that their feelings are valid and that there is always someone to rely on. Over time, These experiences create a strong foundation for the child's social and emotional development, shaping how they interact with the world and manage relationships in adulthood. Ultimately, quality time is about creating a safe, nurturing environment where children feel seen, valued, and loved. It is about intentionality in daily interactions, turning ordinary moments into opportunities for connection, guidance, and growth. Parents who prioritize this understanding over mere presence often find that their children not only develop stronger bonds with them, but also carry these lessons into other areas of life. Building trust, empathy, and meaningful relationships. The earlier and more consistently these quality interactions occur, the deeper their impact, highlighting the critical role parents play in shaping their child's emotional landscape. In the end, it is not the hours spent together, but the heart and attention invested in those hours that truly make the difference, leaving an enduring imprint on the child's life. Children are remarkable observers, absorbing far more from what their parents do than from what they are told. This means that modeling behavior carries immense weight in shaping a child's character, often more than explicit instructions or advice. Parents may advise patience, honesty, or kindness, but if their own actions contradict these lessons, children quickly notice the inconsistency. Every reaction to stress, conflict, or disappointment becomes a live demonstration of how to navigate life's challenges. For example, a child who sees a parent handle anger with composure and communicate respectfully learns to manage their own emotions effectively, whereas witnessing yelling or impulsive reactions can instill anxiety, aggression, or a skewed understanding of relationships. Essentially, behavior serves as a blueprint, silently teaching lessons that words alone cannot convey. Even small, everyday actions carry significance. How a parent treats strangers, handles mistakes, or responds to setbacks communicates powerful messages about values and priorities. Children internalize these lessons and begin to emulate them, often unconsciously, in their own behavior. Demonstrating empathy, integrity, and accountability teaches children not just what is acceptable, but what is admirable. Similarly, parents' approaches to problem solving, whether collaborative or confrontational, shape how children tackle challenges, manage disagreements, and navigate complex social dynamics. This modeling extends to areas like time management, emotional regulation, and even self-care. A child who observes a parent balancing work, family, and personal health learns that self-discipline and balance are integral to a fulfilling life. The impact of modeling behavior is also amplified by consistency. Children thrive when they encounter predictable patterns of conduct that reinforce core values. Sporadic positive behavior paired with frequent negative reactions creates confusion, making it harder for a child to discern what is truly important. Consistency in demonstrating desired behaviors, whether in expressing gratitude, showing patience, or managing stress, instills internalized habits that carry into adulthood. Children begin to adopt these behaviors naturally, understanding them not as rules to follow, but as principles to live by. Over time, these internalized behaviors influence their relationships, decision-making, and self-perception, demonstrating the long-term power of parental modeling. Importantly, modeling behavior is not about perfection, but authenticity. Parents who acknowledge their mistakes, apologize, and demonstrate efforts to improve teach humility, and accountability. Children learn that it is acceptable to err as long as one takes responsibility and strives for growth. This approach encourages resilience and honesty, showing children that character is built not in flawless performance, but in integrity and persistence. Additionally, positive modeling should encompass emotional intelligence, teaching children to recognize and respect their own feelings as well as the feelings of others. By handling conflicts calmly, showing compassion, and demonstrating healthy coping mechanisms, parents provide children with tools to navigate their emotional world confidently. The long-term implications of model behavior are profound. Children who witness constructive behaviors at home are more likely to develop strong social skills, empathy, and ethical reasoning. They internalize frameworks for handling challenges, building relationships, and contributing positively to society. Conversely, children exposed primarily to negative behaviors, dishonesty, aggression, or impatience, may struggle with emotional regulation, social connections, and personal integrity later in life. The patterns parents establish early often echo throughout their child's life, influencing academic performance, career success, and interpersonal relationships. Ultimately, parents are not just caregivers. They are living examples whose actions silently guide their children's development. By being mindful of the behaviors they model, parents can consciously shape not only immediate interactions, but the long-term trajectory of their child's character, resilience, and emotional well-being, proving that actions truly speak louder than words. Many parents underestimate the importance of teaching emotional intelligence to their children from an early age, thinking that academic skills or physical growth are the main priorities. However, a child's ability to identify, understand, and manage their emotions lays the foundation for every aspect of their future. Relationships, problem solving, and overall well-being. Emotional education begins with helping children recognize their own feelings and giving them the language to express them accurately. For instance, instead of simply saying, "Stop crying," a parent can guide a child to articulate, "I feel sad because my toy broke." This simple practice validates their emotions while teaching them self-awareness, helping children understand that feelings are natural and manageable, rather than something to suppress or ignore. Beyond identification, emotional education equips children with tools to handle difficult emotions effectively. Life is full of challenges, disappointments, and conflicts, and children who lack the skills to process these experiences often struggle with frustration, anxiety, or social isolation. Parents can model healthy coping strategies, such as deep breathing, problem-solving discussions, or taking breaks when emotions run high. Teaching children to pause, reflect, and respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively nurtures resilience and self-regulation. Over time, these skills allow children to navigate setbacks with confidence, maintain healthy relationships, and make decisions without being overwhelmed by emotion. Emotional intelligence is not a luxury, it is a practical life skill that directly affects success and happiness in adulthood. Empathy is another crucial aspect of early emotional education. Children learn to understand and share the feelings of others through guided interactions and modeling. Parents who discuss how their actions affect others, encourage perspective taking, and celebrate acts of kindness help children develop a strong sense of empathy. This skill is vital for forming meaningful friendships, resolving conflicts, and functioning cooperatively in group settings. Children who grow up emotionally intelligent are better equipped to handle disagreements without aggression, recognize when peers are struggling, and offer appropriate support. Empathy also fosters moral development, teaching children to value fairness, compassion, and respect, principles that guide behavior far beyond childhood. In addition, emotional education enhances communication skills. When children are encouraged to articulate their feelings, needs, and concerns clearly, they become more effective communicators in all areas of life. Parents can create safe spaces for open dialogue, actively listening without judgment and validating emotions rather than dismissing them. This practice reinforces the idea that expressing feelings is healthy and acceptable, reducing the likelihood of emotional suppression or unhealthy coping mechanisms later. Children who are comfortable sharing emotions are more likely to seek help when needed, manage stress productively, and maintain strong personal and professional relationships. Finally, teaching emotional intelligence early creates a ripple effect on overall development. Children who are emotionally aware tend to perform better academically, as they can manage stress and focus more effectively. They are also less prone to behavioral problems, as they understand the connection between feelings and actions. Furthermore, emotional intelligence contributes to mental health, promoting resilience against anxiety, depression, and other emotional challenges. By investing in emotional education, parents equip children with a toolkit that serves them throughout life, shaping their ability to thrive socially, academically, and personally. In essence, guiding children to understand, express, and manage their emotions is not just a form of nurturing. It is a critical life skill that influences every decision, relationship, and opportunity they encounter, proving that early emotional guidance is far too important to delay. Many parents, out of love and concern, naturally try to protect their children from mistakes, discomfort, or failure. While this instinct is understandable, overprotection can unintentionally limit a child's growth and ability to navigate the world independently. Allowing children to make age-appropriate decisions, experience consequences, and solve problems on their own is essential for building confidence, responsibility, and resilience. Independence does not mean leaving a child to fend for themselves. It means providing guidance while giving them space to practice decision-making, make choices, and learn from outcomes. These experiences teach critical life skills that cannot be absorbed through instruction alone, shaping how children approach challenges and responsibilities as they grow. Encouraging independence starts with small steps that gradually increase in complexity. Even young children can be given choices, such as picking their clothes, helping plan meals, or deciding which tasks to tackle first in a homework assignment. These decisions may seem minor, but they build a sense of agency and teach children that their opinions and actions have value. As children grow older, allowing them to take on responsibilities like managing personal schedules, completing projects, or handling social interactions helps them develop problem-solving abilities, critical thinking, and accountability. Every decision, whether successful or flawed, becomes a learning opportunity, reinforcing the idea that mistakes are not failures, but stepping stones toward competence and self-confidence. One of the most powerful aspects of fostering independence is helping children experience natural consequences. When parents step in too quickly to fix problems, children miss the chance to understand cause and effect, learn resilience, and develop coping mechanisms. For instance, if a child forgets to prepare for a school assignment, experiencing the resulting discomfort encourages them to take responsibility and plan better in the future. While parents should provide support and guidance, allowing children to face the outcomes of their choices within safe limits teaches problem solving, perseverance, and self-reliance over time. These experiences cultivate a mindset that challenges are manageable and that effort and responsibility lead to growth. Encouraging independence also fosters emotional growth. Children who learn to make decisions and face challenges on their own develop self-esteem and confidence. They gain a clearer understanding of their strengths, limitations, and values. In contrast, children whose parents constantly intervene may struggle with self-doubt, fear of failure, and dependency, as they are accustomed to external control over their decisions. By trusting children with responsibility, parents demonstrate faith in their abilities, which in turn encourages children to trust themselves. This trust forms the foundation of resilience, enabling children to navigate social pressures, academic challenges, and eventual professional responsibilities with greater competence. It is important to balance independence with guidance and support. Children should never feel abandoned or unsupported. Rather, they should know that their parents are there to advise, provide perspective, and ensure safety while still allowing them to take the lead in decision-making. This approach teaches self-discipline, accountability, and problem-solving, while also strengthening the parent-child bond. It creates individuals who are capable, confident, and emotionally intelligent, equipped to face life's challenges with courage and adaptability. Ultimately, encouraging independence is not just about giving children freedom. It is about empowering them to become self-sufficient, responsible, and resilient adults. By allowing children to learn from their experiences, make choices, and navigate consequences, parents provide the most valuable preparation for life, ensuring that their children are capable of thriving long after they leave the safety of home. Children thrive in environments where expectations are clear, consistent, and guided by well-defined values. Parents often underestimate how much inconsistency can affect a child's sense of security and understanding of right and wrong. Mixed messages, unpredictable rules, or sporadic discipline create confusion, frustration, and even anxiety, as children struggle to understand what behaviors are acceptable. By contrast, consistent values and boundaries provide a framework that helps children make decisions, regulate their behavior, and develop self-discipline. When children know what is expected of them and understand the principles behind those expectations, they feel safe to explore, learn, and grow while internalizing important life lessons. Setting consistent boundaries is not about rigid control or punishment. It is about creating a predictable structure that balances guidance with freedom. Clear rules, explained with reasoning and empathy, allow children to understand the purpose behind limits rather than merely following orders out of fear. For example, explaining why homework should be completed before playtime helps children grasp the importance of responsibility and time management. Consistent reinforcement of these boundaries teaches children accountability and helps them internalize values such as honesty, respect, and responsibility. Over time, these lessons shape their decision-making even when parents are not present, providing a moral compass that guides choices and behavior in school, friendships, and later, professional life. Consistency also strengthens the parent-child relationship. When children know that rules are fair and consistently applied, they develop trust in their parents' guidance. They feel secure in expressing their thoughts and emotions, because they understand the framework within which they can safely do so. Inconsistent behavior from parents, on the other hand, can lead to insecurity and testing of limits, as children struggle to navigate unpredictability. Consistent values and boundaries help children feel understood and supported, while teaching them that actions have consequences. A lesson crucial for building responsibility, self-regulation, and long-term emotional intelligence, beyond discipline. Modeling consistent values demonstrates integrity and reinforces the lessons children learn at home. When parents act in alignment with their stated beliefs, such as showing kindness, keeping promises, and taking responsibility for mistakes, children learn the importance of honesty, empathy, and accountability. These lived examples are far more impactful than words alone, as children internalize the behaviors they see regularly. Conversely, a disconnect between what parents say and do can lead to confusion, mistrust, and the adoption of conflicting behaviors, undermining both discipline and character development. Finally, consistent values and boundaries prepare children for life beyond the home. They learn to navigate social situations with clarity and confidence, understanding the consequences of their actions and the ethical framework guiding them. They develop self-discipline, moral reasoning, and emotional stability, enabling them to make responsible choices independently. Establishing and maintaining this consistency requires patience, mindfulness, and empathy from parents, but the long-term benefits are profound. Children raised in such an environment are more likely to grow into thoughtful, responsible, and emotionally intelligent adults, equipped to face challenges and build meaningful relationships. By prioritizing consistency in values and boundaries, parents give their children the tools to thrive, both personally and socially, laying a foundation that supports lifelong growth, integrity, and resilience.